A big daytime recast and just what you want. More Hallmark Christmas movies. All that and more coming up next on Soap News Weekly.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to Soap News Weekly. We are your entertainment news for all of your favorite soap operas and daytime TV shows. I'm Tami Goveia.
And I'm Chelsie Overocker.
We want to make sure that you are in our chat room. If you are not in our chat room, get into our chat room right now so that we can engage with you.
Yes.
We really do appreciate all the support, you guys, especially across social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Soap News Weekly. Again, boy, the Instagram following is building up, the Twitter following is building up, and on Facebook as well.
So exciting.
It's so exciting. It's like, oh, wow, people really do like what we're doing. We really appreciate it. Also, if you are a podcast listener, and I think just about everybody on the face of the planet is listening to 1,000 podcasts at once, we are now a podcast. So go on to iTunes and let us know what you think. We always appreciate the 5-star reviews, but we just appreciate your honesty because the show is growing and it's changing, and we appreciate the feedback and thoughts.
We do.
Ding, ding. Chelsea, what did you think about the week, the news?
It was a good week. Of course, we're going to have some Christmas that we're talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I'm excited. I went to Starbucks today. They have their new
Christmas cups.
They do. I got one because they're handing them out for free. And I had to get my caramel brulee latte because it's back in season. So go to Starbucks.
Yum.
Do it.
But I have to say, it kind of freaks me out. If Christmas stuff, if I start seeing Christmas stuff in stores like in October, I get stressed out. It's like, let me enjoy Halloween. Let
I see
me
what you're saying.
Get through Thanksgiving. And then come December 1st, fine, let's hit the pedal to the metal.
Well, my Christmas tree is going up this week,
Oh my
as I
God.
said. I know.
Unbelievable.
I work retail, so,
Well, that gets me. That's good. Thank you for the music, Ryan.
Yes, thank you.
In the booth.
I'm
That's
ready. I'm ready for. I was listening to my Christmas music on the way here. Michael Bublé was on repeat, so.
That's Mariah Carey's favorite time of year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love Mariah Carey all year round, though. Who doesn't?
Shall we get into the week that was?
Let's get into it, Tami.
Okay, well, let's start with The Bold and the Beautiful, guys.
Yes. Our little photo shoot moment. I need to work on my poses.
Yeah, and I don't know which camera to look at.
I don't know which camera to look at either. And I look at you.
We'll just keep posing.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Let's start with actor Don Diamont, Dollar Bill Spencer. He was invited recently to speak at the annual ISSCR convention. Now that stands for the International Society for Stem Cell Research Conference here in Los Angeles. Now, a very good friend of his, Nancy Ryder, has ALS, suffers from ALS, which is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. When I actually looked up the name, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, when I saw Lou Gehrig's, I was like, okay, yeah, that's named after a sports figure. So he spoke at the conference, and it was really lovely. Part of the speech that he gave was, I was touched and humbled to be asked to speak for and about my beloved friend, Nancy Ryder, who's shown here in the picture, at this year's ISSR conference. It's actually the largest conference of stem cell scientists and clinicians in the world.
Really?
So it's a big deal in the medical field. And it gives a spotlight and it gives coverage to this disease that people, are afflicted with. And, they've been battling ALS for a really, really long time. So anytime someone can speak out and support this subject matter, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
It makes the families appreciate it. Everyone just appreciates the support. He was also involved in a walk. And so in this picture here, podcast listeners, if you don't, you're listening to us, but Don Diamont in all his muscleness is wearing this T-shirt that says Team Nancy, which is his friend.
Cute.
It was great.
That's so great.
A huge amount of supporters came out to support Nancy and to support, again, the Walk to Defeat ALS. He also gave a shout out to the Keck School of Medicine at USC, which has a very renowned stem cell and regenerative medicine department. So thank you, Keck School of Medicine at USC, for all that you do for this fight. We appreciate, it's a day in, day out fight to battle these diseases, and it's a lot of hard work. It takes it takes determination, and it takes just a passion to find the cure. Coming up next, Todd McKee. Bold and Beautiful fans, Todd McKee first originated the role of Jake McClane in 1990. Well, he was on this week.
No.
Yes, he was on, I believe it was Wednesday and Thursday. He was on for a couple of episodes, reprising his role as Jake McClane, who was, back in the day, like the tennis player.
Oh.
Yeah, so he had a really good friendship with Bill Spencer, with Don Diamont. They both played tennis. And I'm not really sure where the storyline is going, but I know the fan response to having him back on the landscape has been really positive.
Well, who can blame them?
I know. So good to see you back on the landscape, Todd McKee. We hope that there's more for you on B&B, and we hope you and Dollar Bill get into some trouble. We want some trouble from you guys.
Trouble.
Up next, Katrina Bowden. Now, a couple of weeks ago, we mentioned that Katrina was taking about 6 weeks off from The Bold and the Beautiful. And everybody was freaking out, like, oh my God, is she leaving the show? Because her storyline right now has been hot, and has been hot for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, she went on Instagram and she said, so excited, you guys, I can now report the film that I'm working on in Australia. So she's been in Australia. She's been down under for the past few weeks. And the name of the film that she's working on is called Great White.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, shark news.
I was going to say, I'm getting ready for Shark Week already.
Shark news. And it's actually based on a true story.
Is it really?
So it's based on a couple. So there's the character that Katrina plays along with her husband. There's a group of passengers on a seaplane, and the seaplane somehow gets stranded in the middle of the water. And now the battle is getting from, the water to the shore. But of course, between them and the shore are these great white sharks.
Of course.
Now, I love sharks, so I always get kind of bummed out when there's like these horror stories because I don't want them. They're amazing creatures.
It's on my bucket list to go swimming with the sharks.
They're amazing creatures, but this is based on a true story.
Well, we're going to check it out.
We are absolutely going to check it out. But listen, Katrina, get back to B&B, girl.
Yes, get back to shore safely.
Yeah, get back to shore safely. I love that. We also want to wish a happy birthday. We've got Heather Tom celebrating a birthday, and we have alumni Pearson Faudet also celebrating a birthday. So you guys, Heather Tom, Pearson Faudet, happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
And that's about it for the B&B news. Also want to make sure that if you're a Bold and the Beautiful fan, that this Sunday, because once a month, AfterBuzz TV has the Bold Breakdown, and it's hosted by James Lott Jr. et moi. So make sure and tune in this Sunday at 2:15 p.m. for all the Bold Breakdown, guys.
Well, thank you, Tami, for
Thank
that.
you.
Now we're going to move on to some days of our lives. The Call Me theme song.
I wish we could include McDonald Carey's voiceover. Like sands through the hourglass. I can't do it justice.
These are the days of our lives.
I'm McDonald. Now they don't say that. I'm McDonald Carey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could get that in there.
Maybe we can get that in
Maybe
there.
we can get there. Okay. Well, with Days of Our Lives, one of our favorite actors, John Aniston. Victor Kiriakis. John's famous daughter. You might know her, Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, I think I've heard the name.
Yeah. She's best known as Rachel Green on Friends.
That great haircut. She had that great haircut.
Everyone wanted that haircut. Did you know she actually did not like that haircut?
She hated that haircut.
And I thought it was so cute.
Yes, she hated that haircut.
She hated it. Anyways, John helped her get connected to work with Marlo Thompson. One of the executives of Friends were looking to cast Rachel's mom, and Jen suggested that an old family friend can help play the role. In an interview, Thompson stated, her father, John Aniston, and I had done a play together. When I got the call to play Jennifer's mom, I said, "That's funny. I already played her aunt." We had a great time. She was very excited to have me there because she remembered all the gifts I sent her and her brother when she was small.
Yeah, I mean, Marlo Thompson, she's such an iconic actress. So
She
it's
is.
lovely to have those family behind-the-scenes stories.
It
That's
is.
so great.
And Jennifer's blowing up right now, too, because she just got an Instagram. And so everyone is now remembering. Well, they always remember Friends, but
Yes.
it's just been on the highlight the last couple of weeks.
What are those little dolls? Funk
You think
dolls?
so?
Funk Pops.
Funk Pops.
Pops.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yes.
So, WB, Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
has these, they're not even life-size. They're like larger than life-size Funk Pop dolls of the Friends cast.
No way.
It's so cute. And Jennifer and Rachel's Funk, that's so hard to say that. Funk Pop
think it's
doll.
Funko.
Funko doll has got the haircut.
How cute.
It's really cute. It's super cute.
Oh.
She's also on the morning show right now. for
She
Apple
is,
Plus.
yeah, she's on the morning show with Reese Witherspoon, and it just opened up on Apple TV.
Exciting.
You got to check
It's
that
a
out.
great combination. Oh my gosh.
Oh, because they
and Steve Carell, no?
yes,
I think
he's
it's
in
with
there
Steve
too.
Carell. Yes.
Such a great show. But yeah, Jennifer and Reese have worked together before in the past because she was on Friends and Reese played Jennifer's little sister.
Cute.
Really cute.
Love it.
So it's great that they get to work together. They're so great on screen. Next, Paul Telfer and Lindsay Godfrey have a recent interview with Soap Opera Digest and talk about their surprise romance and how it's like working together. We just love them on set.
Now let's clarify surprise romance. This is the characters.
Yeah, just the
The
characters.
characters
Sorry,
surprise- Yes.
let me reclarify that. Yes, the characters romance, not them in real life. But Lindsay's boyfriend is friends with Paul and his wife, though. So they're all mutual
They're all
friends.
best buds.
In the interview, they were asked, "Is it awkward doing a makeout scene together?" And Lindsay stated, "Paul is just the safest person that you could ever work with in those kind of scenes." And Paul's wife is also very supportive of him in daytime. He even said in an interview, "She's totally cool with it. She's very amused by the turn that my career has taken. She finds the whole daytime thing incredibly interesting and unusual, but also kind of familiar to their life in theater," which is so true because with soap operas and theater, they might as well be just one because you only get one take and that's it.
Absolutely.
And-
When doing the soaps, you might as well be doing live theater.
You might as well.
Because it is what it is. And if something goes wrong, you just move on.
You move on,
Yeah.
yeah, because all the guests that we bring on to Dish and Days, everyone says, the time we get done with hair and makeup, we're even lucky if we get a rehearsal. Pretty much the camera's up and we got to get going.
So there's a lot in common with theater and daytime TV.
There is,
Yeah.
there is. And let's see, Stephen Nichols will be returning back to Salem November
I cannot
27th.
wait.
I'm excited
Oh my
for
gosh.
it. If you guys don't know him, he's known as Steve Patch Johnson.
Patch
Patch
and Kayla.
Patch and Kayla, duo couple. Patch was last seen on Days in August 2018.
I can't believe it's been so long.
Can you believe?
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's been over a year.
And now he's coming back. Well, he last left after he got fitted for his bionic eye.
Yes.
And he got his sight back. Not only fans, but co-stars are thrilled for his return. Matthew Ashford, who plays Jack, tweeted, "Looking forward to my big brother coming home." Steven replied, "I'll be looking for you, Billy Jack."
Aw.
So we're excited for that. It's so great that the co-stars are just so close together.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
mean, they've been working together for what, 30 years?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they have a really, really incredible bond.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
And then we have some couple events coming up this weekend. So if you're in LA, please join. This Friday, they have Yesterdays. If you're in LA, be sure to check out the two events happening. Yesterdays is from 6 to 9 on Friday.
Yes.
And then on Saturday at the Universal City Walk, we have Day of Days from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yes, it's such a huge event.
Yeah.
I mean, fans fly in from all around the world for this event.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This will be my first year
It'll
going.
be your first year.
So-
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's, the fans interacting with the cast and the cast interacting with the fans. And then we have the big reveals.
Yes.
Which is going to be, they put it up on this huge screen and everyone's in the crowd screaming when the big, oh, it's so great. You're going to love it. It's so much fun.
Oh, well, I'm stoked. And of course, we're going to be there.
And we will be there.
Yep. Tony Moore and Michael Mattis will also be joining us as well. So be sure to say hello. Check it out. And then we do have a birthday, Mr. Robert Scott Wilson. His birthday is on November 9th, so happy early birthday, Rob.
Happy early birthday.
And that's it for Days of Our Lives. But we do have a recap show for Days of Our Lives. It's called Dish and Days. It's every Sunday at 3:15 p.m., so be sure to check it out.
Please do.
Yes.
Up next, you guys, news for General Hospital. That's me driving the ambulance.
I was like, what? Wait, I was like, are we not doing like a race car thing?
That's me driving the ambulance. Big recast this week, you guys. We got the introduction to the new Nicholas Cassadine. Actor's name is Marcus Coloma. So, obviously, Tyler Christopher, original Nicholas Cassadine, or played previous Nicholas Cassadine. And then he went on to Days of Our Lives as Stefan Demira.
Yes.
And then left Days of Our Lives. And then everybody just on social media was like, are you going back to General Hospital? No. So Marcus Coloma's got some pretty big shoes to fill, but I caught some of his episodes and I'm really digging him.
Yeah.
He's got that kind of, Nicholas Cassadine needs to have a darkness about him, but he comes from royalty. He comes from the upper class status. So he's got that. So I'm liking it. I'm digging it.
So cool.
And Marcus actually went on to social media and posted a little video to his GH fans in general. So take a look.
Oh, let's see this.
Hey guys, my name is Marcus Coloma. I am playing the role of Nicholas Cassadine. I feel so honored and just humbled to be a part of this world. It's fantastic what the writers have been doing. All the actors are just incredibly talented, and the fans are the most passionate fans I've ever seen. And I really am looking forward to you guys seeing what we have coming up, so keep watching.
It's interesting because he's not new to television. I mean, he's done episodes of CSI Miami, One Tree Hill, Major Crimes, but as he mentioned, daytime's a whole other animal.
It is.
And the fan base is unlike anything else. So, Marcus, welcome to GH. We can't wait to see what rolls out.
Welcome.
I'm really excited about this next piece of news. Again, a couple of weeks ago, we told you guys that Brad Mall was going to be reprising his role of the deceased Dr. Tony Jones. Well, Brad is airing his episode tomorrow. That's Friday. Tune in Friday.
Oh.
Yes, Dr. Tony Jones returns for a brief time. We're not exactly sure what the scenario is, but his son Lucas is in dire need of some advice right now. I mean, there's just so much going on for poor Lucas. He has no idea what's going on at all. So he needs his daddy.
Aww,
he needs his daddy. So
he needs
tune in on
daddy.
Friday, folks, to see Brad Mall reprise Dr. Tony Jones. And we're hoping he stays on the landscape somehow.
I hope so too.
He needs Dr. Rolf serum.
Yes.
We need that Dr.
We
Rolf
need a
serum.
Dr. Wolf serum.
Yes. Congratulations, Laura Wright, on celebrating 14 years on General Hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she went on to social media and everyone in daytime is always so incredibly humble and so incredibly grateful for a job.
Oh, yeah.
For a job. And she's stepping into Carly Corinthos' shoes. I mean, there were a few this was a recast.
Yeah.
So she had big shoes to fill. And man, she's owned it for 14 years. Every step of the way, Laura Wright has just knocked it out of the ballpark. So Laura, congratulations. We love you.
Good for her.
Good for her is right. Lisa Locicero, who plays our darling Olivia Falconeri on General Hospital, again, a lot of daytime folks are going on to the NCIS TV shows.
They are.
So Lisa is making her debut onto NCIS. You can catch her on November 12th episode, that airs on CBS at 8 p.m. And it looks like the title of that episode is called No Vacancy. It involves the team investigating the murder of a Marine, only to uncover a labyrinth, I love this verbiage, labyrinth of live streaming spy cameras hidden in rooms of a Virginia motel. Is that the worst? Can you imagine?
No, I couldn't.
Like going to a motel, staying, and unbeknownst to you, like they're hitting cameras everywhere?
No.
Yeah, that's not good.
No,
that's
not
not
good.
good. So Lisa is going to be portraying a character, Elena Duvall. We can't wait. Congratulations, Lisa. It's good to see you sharing your talent on other landscapes. Birthday news, guys. We have Chloe Lanier and Emmy Ryland celebrating their birthdays this month. So, ladies of General Hospital, Chloe and Emmy, happy birthday. We
Happy
love your
birthday.
work. We love your work, you guys. And obviously, if you are a fan of General Hospital, AfterBuzz TV has a recap show for you every Sunday. So GH airs Sundays at 6:15 p.m. That's PST. Make sure and check it out.
Okay, well now we're going to move on to some of the Young and the Restless. Our little piano theme song. There's your part.
I got this next part down too.
Okay. Perfect. You see,
I'm so
you're pro
talented.
at
I can't
this.
stand it.
Okay. Well, Tammy, we have a new chance on Y&R.
Oh boy.
We do. Donnie Boaz took to social to share his excitement about playing Chance. The actor posted, "So, this happened. I signed a multi-year deal and now have been working on The Young and the Restless for 6 weeks. And now I finally get to share it with friends and family. I will be there playing Chance. It's been fun and amazing ride so far. Easily the hardest fast-paced job I've ever had, and it's equally rewarding. I feel so thankful and grateful for this new journey. Donnie's first episode will be airing November 8th.
Signing a multi-year deal?
It's huge.
That's a big deal.
It
Like
is.
literally and figuratively.
Well,
So congratulations.
congratulations, and we're going to be seeing a lot of Donnie. Eee. Okay, next, Olivia Allen Lynn, who plays Faith, is excited to be taking on the lead role in a Netflix show called Daybreak.
Oh my gosh, this is great.
And her family's also in the business as well. And they give her full support too. Her mom, Barbara Allen Woods, who played Deb Scott on One Tree Hill. And she has an older sister, Natalie, who played young Amanda Clark on Revenge.
Okay.
Lynn stated, "It was such an amazing experience. We are a young group who worked together so well. We had so much fun while filming. This was also my first leading role in a TV show too. It was such a fun experience to get to work with such an amazing, talented people. It's so great, especially young actors who are from soaps that get to go on and do big projects. And Netflix is blowing up.
Yeah, it just continues to
huge.
blow up.
It is.
Yeah.
So the fact
it's
that
the mothership.
yeah, and she got a lead role on Netflix. So congratulations to her. Daily Pop's Justin Sylvester will be making his mark in daytime. First, he'll be on The Price is Right, then Y&R. In addition to hosting Daily Pop on E!, he's also starred on the series Beverly Hills The Nanny and appeared on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where he was an assistant to Kyle Richards.
That's great.
Really cool.
That is great.
There's no word yet on when his episode's going to air on Y&R, but for The Price is Right, it will hit screens on January 8th.
Perfect.
Perfect. It's so cool to see hosts getting into acting.
Yes.
It is.
That crossover.
The crossover chain.
Anything's possible nowadays.
It really is.
You know, back in the day, you were an actor and that's all you did. Not even that. You were a film actor and that's all you did.
Yeah.
Or you were a TV actor and that's all you did. You didn't cross over into other mediums.
Yeah.
And now everyone's doing everything.
Everyone's doing
Which is
everything.
great.
It's cool.
It's more work.
It is.
It's a lot more work, but heck,
they're spreading their wings.
spreading the wings.
Okay, and that's all that we have for Y&R this week. But of course, we do have a recap show. It's the Restless Wrap on Sundays at 5:15 p.m. So be sure to check that out.
That's a fun recap show. So make sure and check it out, you
It
guys.
is. Be sure.
Yay. I know. You know, we are going to get into what is your favorite bit of news. It's a little Christmas news.
Is it? It is. My favorite time of year. Okay, we already touched base on this a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to make another announcement again. We are about, less than this, 50 days until Christmas.
Oh my
Less than
gosh.
50 days now.
I'm stressed out.
I know, you're well, see, this is why people don't like Christmas before Halloween, but then when Christmas is here, they get so stressed out because they have this big list to do. So I feel like Christmas can't win here. I'm just saying. But I have some exciting news. We are doing Christmas Con. It's happening November 8th through the 10th in New Jersey.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And
Yes.
guess what? Jeffrey C. Graham is on the flight right now.
He's
on-
off.
oh my
He
gosh.
is.
He's off.
I know. I was trying to catch him before he left, but he just zoomed out
Just
of here.
sneak into his suitcase.
Yeah, I
He won't
really,
even know you're there.
I really wanted to. I was like, maybe he won't notice. Anyways, it's right outside of New York City is where this is happening. And we're having some celebrity appearances there. One Tree Hill fans, we have Chad Michael Murray. And All My Children fans, we have Jonathan Bennett and Lacey Sherbear is going to be there. They're also from Mean Girls. So fetch and so excited. There will be gingerbread wars and an ugly sweater contest, and we'll be providing coverage and interviews right here on AfterBuzz TV. So when we were talking about this, I knew that Jeff was going, but I had no idea that AfterBuzz TV was getting involved.
Yeah.
So that is
It was a
even-
jaw-dropping moment when we found out.
It was.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold my excitement. That's For Entertainment is the one that's hosting this event, though. So
That's the first annual event?
yes,
It's their first one.
It's
It's
their
their
first
first
one.
one.
And we just got to give out a shout out to Jonathan Bennett because he retweeted our Christmas Con segment.
Aw, thank you,
So
Jonathan.
thank you, Jonathan.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
the love and
we
support.
Do. We do. But in the meantime, be sure to check out our Christmas 24/7 channel that we have here at AfterBuzz TV. We have some really amazing things. James Lott Jr. has a special segment of talking about
Several,
essentials.
yes.
I mean, he's just phenomenal. And then we just started a Hallmark Christmas show, which I'm hosting with some two lovely ladies, and we cover all the Hallmark Christmas movies on the countdown to Christmas.
See, I think if I just started watching more of the Hallmark Christmas movies, I would get into the Christmas spirit.
I know.
Because everything's perfect. Well, not everything's perfect, but there's a happy ending.
Well, I have a whole
right?
list printed out in my bag of all the
I
movies.
know.
So I'm going to give it to you as soon as we get off air.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I need to binge just a couple.
Yes.
And then come on the show.
Yes.
As
Tammy.
a super fan.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're on. You are on. You should come on November 16th because
I'll be out of town.
no.
I love how you're trying to schedule it on.
I know. Okay, I know. We're like, let's do this right now. Okay, we'll schedule a
We'll
time.
figure something
We'll
out.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I need to get into the Christmas spirit. I need your help.
Oh, trust me, Tammy. I have got you covered.
Humbug.
No, don't be like the Grinch. There we go. We got so Christmas music.
Christmas season makes me happy. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Let's get into some alumni news and into some daytime news. If you haven't watched the Bay series, this digital web series, you need to watch it. The Bay series is a 15-time daytime Emmy winner. It's,
Wow.
you know, it was founded by Mary Beth Evans. I mean, some of the daytime cast that's involved in this, Ron Moss
Oh
is
my
one of
gosh.
the actors on the show. Well, guess what? You can now watch the Bay series in Australia because it has arrived on the channel called 10 Play. It premiered on Friday, November 1st. So now if you are in Australia, you can binge the Bay. That's a good hashtag.
Binge the Bay.
Hashtag binge the Bay in Australia. Everyone in Australia is very excited.
Oh.
Very excited. Again, featuring Ron Moss, and I love what the Bay is about. This is like right up my alley. The Bay follows the filthy rich, right? We already love it.
Yes.
Highly dysfunctional families who live in Bay City, and it's a town that is cursed by a spirit of a former and cruel politician.
Huh.
So you have the rich and you have paranormal.
What more do you need?
Done. Binge
Done.
the Bay, you guys.
Binge it.
And speaking of the Bay series was honored recently, was recognized by the HAP Awards. Now that stands for the Hollywood African Prestigious Awards this year. I think this was their second or third year. It was held at the Alex Theater in Glendale. We want to give a shout out to nominees Christos Andrews, Jade Harlow, and Brandon Beamer. So congratulations on getting recognized by the HAP Awards, you guys. And Binge the Bay.
Binge it.
Binge the Bay.
Hashtag binge. Bay. Okay. Thanks, Tami. All My Children's Cameron Matheson and Elizabeth Mitchell appear as Edward and Taylor Olivia Bennett in The Christmas Club.
Love it.
Christmas movie. The movie's about while helping a woman locate her missing Christmas savings, two busy strangers, Edward and Olivia, find something they both are missing in their lives. And that's true love.
Ah, true love.
True love.
True love.
Tune in Tuesday, November 26th at 8 p.m. on the Hallmark Channel. So we got to add that to your list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love Cameron Matheson.
Who does-
You know,
yeah.
I just love him.
So great.
And everything. He's so good.
So
He's just so
good.
genuine.
Yeah.
He's so authentic and real and just like you believe him. You believe everything he says.
Yeah, and he's a good host, too.
He is a very good host.
Very
Again,
good.
because he's authentic.
Yeah.
That's like, half the battle. Being real.
Being
Your authentic self.
and being true.
Being true. Kimberly McCullough, alumni from GH, playing the iconic Robin Scorpio Drake. Now, Kimberly has been on and off the GH landscape for several years now, but for good reasons, because she's now behind the camera as a director. She's been directing a number of different shows, including The Connors, The Cool Kids, Pretty Little Liars, Netflix reboot of One Day at a Time.
Okay.
But her most recent directorial gig is CBS's Carol's Second Act. So that's starring Patricia Heaton.
Okay.
Yes. And that episode airs the show airs Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. So we just wanted to give a shout out of congratulations to Kimberly, loving that she's behind the camera representing women in
Yes.
production,
Woo!
loving women directors and getting their work out there. So congratulations, Kimberly.
Well, another congratulations. There was an All My Children mini reunion on the set of Home and Family this week. Melissa Claire Egan was a special guest and talked with Cameron Madison about Melissa's new Hallmark movie, Holiday for Heroes, which we touched base on a couple
we
weeks
did,
ago.
yeah.
So congrats, Melissa. It's airing this Friday, November 8th. And even Cameron joked on Instagram that Ryan and Annie are back together and his co-host, Debbie, on Home and Family, is keeping things civil.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not easy.
It's not. Debbie has her work cut out for her.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. Yes. So there we go. I always wanted to visit the set of Home and Family.
I know.
Doesn't that
I
look
love the
awesome?
set.
Me too.
First of all, the set is so pretty, but we have a beautiful set too.
I love our set
I love
as
our
well.
set. Kudos to the studio. They've been revamping and
Yeah.
upgrading the studio, and as hosts, we just love it.
We love
We're
it.
so appreciative
So
of it,
thank you. Thank you.
folks. Just a little disclaimer that this next piece of news, we can neither confirm nor deny what's going on in this photo, but we have some conspiracy news going on here. I love this show. But neither confirm or deny what's going on in this photo. We have Robert Scott Wilson, we have Matthew Ashford, we have Eric Martzoff, we have Stacey Haiduk, and we have Brandon Barash. What is going on? We don't know
We don't
what's going on in
know.
this photo. We don't know if he was just stopping by to say, hey, miss you guys, love you guys. We don't know if this has something to do with the time jump
No.
of, that's coming up on days, the big storyline. Tomorrow. So we don't know what's going on, but we can neither confirm nor deny what's happening, folks, but just thought we'd throw it out there and get your thoughts going.
And all we have to say is no one is truly dead in Salem.
I know, right?
So let's just leave it there.
That's always the upside to
That's
being
always-
dead in Salem.
Well, speaking of Salem and Robert Scott Wilson, on Robert Scott Wilson's social media, he is Bob the Builder today. It looks like he's trying to build this shelf and put it together, and I hope he has better luck than me, because the last time I tried putting a shelf together, it took me 5 hours,
Yep.
and then I had to go get some Moscato wine because I was just over it.
Yeah.
And then when I moved, my handyman thought the table the shelf that I built was sturdy enough, and I built it like it's going to be like a rock. He sat on it trying to put something else together, and the whole thing snapped.
Oh my
in
gosh,
half.
all of that hard work.
All of that hard work.
Did he replace the table?
He did, but I had to put it back together again.
Oh.
And that was another 4 hours. I cut my time in by an hour, though, because the last one took me 5 hours, and this one only took me 4 hours. So I'm getting a lot better.
I can't.
I
I can't do that.
know.
I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience. That's what Fiverr is for.
Taylor Swift was blasting in the background. I was trying to put that table together. That was the only thing that got me through it.
This is such a great picture.
It is.
Robert, he actually looks like he's like, I'm done with this.
I know. I really want to know how long. I should ask him that this weekend. How long did it take you to put that shelf together?
I know. I love it.
I love it.
A day in the life of.
What these actors do off screen.
Off screen, put furniture together.
You know?
It looks like that's it for the week.
That's it.
That's it for the news and daytime TV. Well, you know, as always, it's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much news out there, you guys, but we tried our best to just condense everything. So again, Miss Chels, where can folks find you on the socials?
Yes, you could find me on Instagram at Chelsie Overocker. That's Chelsie with an IE, and on Twitter at Chelsie Overocker.
And you can find Soap News Weekly on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Soap News Weekly. You can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Insta Tami.Goveia.
And then really quick, I just want to give a shout out to people in the chat.
Yes.
I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong, but Kenneth Clark is in there. We
Hey,
have
Kenneth.
Annie Guin and Dwight.
Annie.
Dwight's
and
in there.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much,
Thank you guys so much. Just kind of going through what's going on. But I will get. Oh, yeah. So it says, I'm a dude and I watch Hallmark. That's DG. DG, I have respect for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you again, guys. And we will see you next week on Soap News Weekly.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.